So hey guys, we're here with a bunch of the PLC family, club owners and coaches. So
future club owners, come on.
Yeah, future club owners.
just like
in a few months.
Club owners and one
over there. So we're gonna go around the circle real quick and introduce everyone and their roles. Louis.
Lewis Huckstep. There we go. Owner of Burleigh and Coomera on the Gold Coast, and I've been a part of the movement for 3.5 years now.
Nice.
There we go.
Yep. Dion.
Cool. Guys, my name's Dion. I'm based on the sunny coast. I'm the club owner of PLC Maroochydore and PLC Caloundra. I've been a part of PLC for about 16 months now, and loving every bit of it. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Rachie.
Hey. Rachel Jane, newly part owner also of Coomera and Burleigh. Been in PLC for about just under 2 years as well.
Nice.
I'm Sarah. I am one of the coaches and leader here at PLC North Lakes, and I have been in PLC since March. How many months is that?
Nearly a year.
Wow. 4 months. Man, that's gone fast.
Yeah.
Owner of Indrapilli.
Future owner.
It's done.
It's done.
And the host.
Oh, the host.
And the host. So my name's Matthew, and I'm co-owner of North Lakes PLC, investor of PLC Chermside, newly investor of PLC Indrapilli. Hey. Keep repping that. April's coming out.
Plug it in the background.
Just keep plugging, just keep chipping away. I've been a part of PLC for 2 months. 2 months now, so loving every day.
And I'm Nicole, owner of PLC Toowoomba, half owner of PLC North Lakes, and investor in Chermside and Indro when it comes.
Put a date on it.
Look at it.
It's done.
It is done.
It's already fucking done.
It's already done. And then, and I mean, I've known you guys for like ages, 2 years now, but I've only been officially with PLC for like 1.5 years. But known you for ages, buddy.
I know, it's been a rough couple of years.
Friendship cancelling.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of that. Honestly, communication.
People are perfect both of us.
Yeah. So basically, we just want to have a chat. We're going to talk about, is ask people questions. What are you looking forward to most in 2019? What's been your biggest lesson from 2018? And a little bit more about why you joined the PLC movement. So, guys, what's our biggest lesson from 2018?
We actually spoke about this on the way out. Rachel fired away a question. I actually wasn't talking about it on the way up. I was like, I've had enough people time. I wanted to just.
There is no relaxing.
An hour to grill.
Smashing questions.
Well, you go first. What was your
Mine was communication with the coaches from where I started and learning to actually run and manage a team. From the correspondence of the first coach I started working with to now, it's just been a massive transition. And then because of the communication, I've noticed a lot of change with like the sales and the club growth as well.
I love that. Louis.
Massive.
Me, Kerwin, just everything in your life is 100% your responsibility. Like, even back at our Q3 planning when we all took on Scotty. took him on. But in hindsight to that, we were literally just blaming him for our own problems.
Yeah.
Like,
Still his fault.
Still your fault. I was literally blaming him for every problem that I had in my life, and by blaming someone else, you just give them the opportunity to learn, and you don't get to learn. So everything in your life is your fault. Was my biggest lesson.
Sarah.
Yeah, kind of similar to what Louis just said, but more so because I think this year's like a massive transition for me. So also just like doing things you're passionate about, otherwise you won't care about it.
Yeah.
It's that simple,
Yeah, I think mine is because I've only been like freshly into PLC. It's just really surrounding yourself with like-minded people, like being in the gym that I was at previously. It's just around like people that just aren't going after things in life, and the negativity there was absolutely unreal. So I think it's so much easier for me now to be a part of a team that is just so inspiring to be around versus me constantly every single day working super hard to generate that energy for myself. So I think the biggest lesson for me is just constantly seeking out those people and then just getting rid of the fucking negativity of your life, because it just drains you.
100%. Dion.
Great question. The biggest learning for myself personally has been taking complete ownership and learning to look within and understanding it's going to be a friggin' hard pill to swallow, but just know that everything that you need and everything that you want to create starts within you, and you've got everything you need. It's just you've got to really dig deep and find who you really are and believe in yourself. So that's been my biggest lesson, is believing in myself, but understanding that belief starts with taking ownership of it all.
Yeah.
So for me, that's been the hardest part, because I've come from other businesses where I've been in partnerships or I've worked for big corporations, and you've always been able to point the finger. So for me, when I came in here, automatically it's like I default to that, and even though it'd get turned back around so that I could understand it, I still didn't get it until I really actually took the time to look within.
When was that pivot point, like that moment when you were like, oh fuck, I actually need to look inside? Did it take an event, or did you do something differently?
Yeah.
Like, what did it take?
It was when I started the boot camps for PLC Maroochydore. We went from like week 3 we had like 50 something people at the boot camps, to the next week Scotty came down and we had like 16 people, and he was just like, how'd that go? I was like, oh, it was already goes, no, it's fucking shit. I was like, yeah, true. and this is before Xander was born. He goes, what would your son think? And I was like, okay, cool, I can either knock him out now or go, fuck, you're right, I've got to step the fuck up.
Yeah.
And when it's your own club, you've got nothing to hide behind, whereas in the corporations, you've got everything.
Yeah. And you could hide behind it all.
You can blame someone else, like the next manager or the other.
And it was acceptable.
Yeah.
So
Everyone was fucking doing it.
it's still a pat on the back.
For me, I agree totally with all of them. For me, this year has just been like learning about leadership growth. I've got a lot to thank for K2, like Co and Raiders community, to thank for that. And then also like that it always comes back to you. Like, you got to step up as a leader, but then you've got to come back to yourself and your own mindset and how you love yourself, how you view yourself, the thoughts that go through your own head, and rewiring a lot of limiting beliefs and changing a lot of thought patterns that you had, and that it's always your own fault, and that anything that you create in this world, good and bad, is your fault, and you have the ability to change and influence that depending on what thoughts are going through your mind. And just by changing a single belief or a single thought, you can change your whole reality. And that's been the biggest realisation for me in 2018, which is going to create a massive 2019. So, bring it on. Bring it on 2019!
It's done, baby!
Functional Games winner champion 2 times in a row.
Dual winner. But, like, I don't know how many times you guys have heard, like, it's those photos on Facebook, you see, like, 2017 was the pre-whatever was the warm-up, this is the game on. So, like, this year, I know it sounds cliche, I'm just like, 2019 is going to fucking explode.
Yeah. I actually feel like 2019
everything's
is still going to
falling
be
into place.
Yeah.
Like, everything's just falling into place. The brand's getting stronger. People actually know what PLC. I remember when we first opened up PLC on the Sunday, they're like, what's PLC? And now it's just like, no, PLC.
Yeah, I see PLC on the car sticker, like, oh, my friend goes to PLC,
So it's actually, we're getting known, which is really cool.
It's that consistent hard work every single day. Like,
every day.
Every Saturday and Sunday. Even on your holidays.
Oh yeah.
I felt weird on holidays.
Yeah, me too.
I slept on Christmas. That was
Yeah,
my
me
Christmas.
too.
I went to the gym.
I slept until 10 a.m. one morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
It made me feel sick.
I couldn't wait to get back and work, like,
I felt guilty.
Yeah.
I just kept working. I went to the gym anyway. I just went to the gym. It's Christmas. I'm still here. Like,
I saw you were here.
What did you do today? Filmed it? Went to the gym.
Oh, that's where I saw the dogs. Yeah, the dogs were there.
Yeah. So 2019, what's the goals? What's the outcomes? What's the dreams?
Me, for me, it's not to just talk about money, but I get a lot of cash in the bank ready to invest into 2 gyms mid to late next year. So just bust
2020 or 2019?
No, 2019.
Yeah,
so I have 2 investments at mid next year and late next year, or within that time period. But for the first half, just bust our asses off, like members wise. Help a lot of people, get a lot of cash flow happening, bank a lot of it, and then sort of lead into that in that time. We'll have some really kick-ass trainers to have those conversations with, and then obviously go actively look for them. So the first year is just going to be fucking head down, bum up, but then it's the same the next half, but that's going to be more like looking to invest and looking to start
Scale up.
build the long term mission, which is exciting. So
Dion.
That's awesome. At the moment, I've been playing with Toowoomba mid-year, but that will stem me on to the late year. But by July, I'll have 5 clubs within the team. I don't know how, but it's going to happen somehow. At this stage, I'll be active investor because I won't have the capital as of yet, but that'll push me forward to have the capital behind me. But I've got some things moving with my brother as well outside of PLC as well, which is going to help with the capital side of things and setting up long term and actually bringing my family involved with the company that we've got.
Yes. In property or?
It's developments and online. Yeah. So a few different things. But the main thing through the PLC side of things is to fulfil my promise to the coaches, to fulfil my promise to Jackie, Connor and Will to get them into their own clubs or to buy in or to be part ownership of clubs. So that'll be done by July.
Nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, very exciting.
Cool.
Rachie.
Exciting. Very much similar to Lou, so just head down, tails up for the first 6 months and get all debts cleared or as close to cleared as I can, get as much in the bank, and then all systems go by the end of the year to open a few more clubs and really working with the team to develop them and bring them up a lot more.
Yeah, leadership development.
Put the pressure on.
Get into a certain program.
K2. Yes. K2 by the end of the year and a new car.
Yeah.
That's all. Or me?
Yeah.
Well, we've plugged it enough, so PLC and Drapilli.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it, so yeah, that's definitely my biggest goal for the year as well. But
April.
But yeah, for the first part, it's definitely helping make sure that PLC North Lakes keeps that culture, keeps that same community. Because I would hate to step away from it or step out of it and see everything that we've been working for all this year, and that being here from the start, like me and Dee, it's gonna be exactly the same. Yeah.
Keep that culture.
Keep that culture.
The vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vibes. And K2. K2 next year as well.
We're all going to be in K2 next year.
So yeah, 15 people that are going to be at Nissi. 15 PLC. I did the numbers. 15 fucking PLC.
They're not going to know what to do.
Like, they lost their mind when there was 4 of us.
Yeah.
There's like you guys everywhere.
You're not only the real out loud one, now there's going to be fucking a fair few of them.
Yeah, I'm energetic. I'm not
Even Connor's coming.
Yeah, Connor.
You just going to Nissi in May?
I did the fucking, there's, 1, 2, 3, you're not going to the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then Scott, Fully, Durant, Angelo, Connor, Guy, Ishi, Dylan, Chloe Cavelli, and there's one more. I always miss fucking one on this one. I was 15. No.
I think Tash is trying to go. Yeah,
Oh,
she's working on it.
That's good.
I thought it was 15. I
We need a house down there.
Yeah.
But
Scott won't be there.
Picture like the room, like 15 of us in there.
I'm pumped.
Straight up.
They're all
I'm
fuckers. We're just
Are you
be
going to crew? You guys are crewing though.
I've requested to.
Yeah.
Can you go back?
I'm going to
I haven't
attend.
heard back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I'm too excited. It's like, what are we
This
talking
is
about?
not-
Like,
Talking about Indrapilli.
Intro.
So my goals for 2019, we have some pretty big ones. So my biggest thing is really just improving the cash flow. So getting the numbers up, making sure we have the cash flow to keep investing. Dee's is underway, Sarah's is next, and then from there it's just really networking, focusing on recruitment. Networking is really important, especially for what we're doing in terms of, for me, with my podcasting, it's a really good way to keep working with high quality people, get into certain industries and sort of leverage off that to transition ourselves down into Sydney and open up some clubs through there. So open up clubs in Brisbane, then transition by the end of the year in Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you want to do some fighting as well?
Are you in the ring?
Yeah.
Boxing or?
Mixed martial arts, so
Nice.
yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah, so I used to do a little bit of Thai fighting, not really fighting, more training based stuff back in the day, and I never jumped into the ring, and it was actually down in down at Sydney.
Mark Boris.
No, it was what was his name? Seb,
Yeah.
He was about the bucket list, and I was like, man, I follow fighting so much, and I used to train massively, but I never jumped in there, and I was just like, fuck, I'd hate to get down older in life and not have done that. So
That's
yeah,
I love that shit.
yeah. So
When?
I'm thinking like mid-year.
Yeah.
Around that sort of marker. So just focusing on switching my training now, get a few good months in, and then build up from there. Start looking at a place, finding like a good coach, and then finding an opponent and go from there.
Cool. Well, you got your cheer squad ready.
Yeah, we said we'd be there first fight.
Yeah. And
Stiff.
me.
Stiff.
Oh, not a professional podcast. Come on, guys. And so obviously, like, we've got the 2 current clubs, so building those up and getting D's open and built up. Opening Sarah's and opening one in Sydney. So at the end of the year, we'll finish with 5 clubs, 200 members. Really solid. Get into a bit of property investing and stuff as well this year.
Through Mark.
Yeah. And also then compete in September and win a trophy in fitness modelling. So
It's already done.
yeah, it's done. So
What club are you doing?
probably WFF fitness model.
I don't know what that mean. I just asked.
You just asked.
just-
You're just like, oh, yep.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
Just to be nice. I
Part of
asked.
the
Right?
NABA Federation.
Yeah.
You won that, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
That's the most important one, I think.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm keen for that.
That's so cool.
Big year. And also my other brand, The Girl Who Dared to Dream,
Yeah.
building that up, podcast for that, just reaching out to some, like, and networking with some really high quality people, and just keep building the
Is
brands.
the book going to be written?
The book, I reckon 2020 is the book will be.
Are you going to get it started this year?
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
2020 will be like definitely published in 2020 and become a bestseller in 2020. But we'll,
Love it.
And what other questions would we like to maybe ask? Just one quick last question for the podcast.
You're the host. You're the host. You're going to ask
I don't plan. This is info. But what's one thing that scares you in 2019 that you're going to do that scares you? Because you should start every year choosing to do something that scares you to push you outside your comfort zone.
Wow.
So what's
I
something
haven't
that
thought about
scares
that.
you?
It's a good
The thing
question.
he just brought up scares. I've always had a passion for like fighting, never as in professionally, but like that would scare the fuck out of me. So you can be a bit of inspiration, but
Oh,
like
might be your first fight.
Like going from that event, I committed to getting back into sport. That doesn't really scare me though, because I'm excited to do it. But fuck, that's a great question. I don't have an answer for this because I haven't really got one. If I had to pick one right now, I'd say get in the ring because I've always had it in the back of my head. But like, I said sport. I'm starting with like fucking touch football.
Touch football to fighting.
Scratch that. Ring.
Yeah, I haven't really got an answer besides that, so I'm going to stick with that.
Put a date on it.
Put a date
when
on
you're
it.
jumping in.
I'll have a gym that I've joined by the end of Jan.
Okay, cool.
A fighting gym.
Fighting gym. And then I
I love it. I'm so sorry.
What happens on the podcast?
That's cool.
So,
I've got 2. Is I will back up my title this year, functional games.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a massive call because I think there's going to be a lot of competition for the next one because they saw how big it was and they saw how much
And
of a
Connor's
beast it was.
would be able to remember it.
Oh yeah,
Connor's
will be back in action.
Connor's dreaming.
But you'll push him over again.
Done.
of course. You broke it this year. Right?
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
You won't have a
And
lot.
then he
No chance of
So that's
recovery.
one. And my other one is to go overseas with Xander and be completely away from the clubs for at least a week. That'll be scary.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And I won't do that in the first club. We'll do that in the first quarter. So
Nice.
Where are you
yeah,
going
let's go. Just somewhere like Burleigh or somewhere close, and I'll go over there for a week first and work out how to do a baby friendly with my brother, and then take Xander back for a week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Reggie,
I'd say really similar to D in terms of stepping away from the clubs towards the end of the year would be a massive thing. I'm so used to being hands-on and doing it all, so every time I delegate something else to someone else, I'm like, because I'm so used to doing it myself, and I love being in the control of what the results are, so not having the control over that to move on to get everything else up and running is always a big thing.
Kerwin's going to help a lot with that.
Yeah. I know it's the only way to go and the only way to move
Scaling
forward,
is freedom.
but yeah.
I think just like the whole, like what I'm going to dive into this year. Like, I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, because it's like you really want to do it, so excited, and then sometimes you stop and think about it, you're like, okay, fuck, that's a little bit scary. Like when you think about it, it's really because like I've been like just so fortunate, like being in PLC Toowoomba, being here in PLC North Lakes, like getting to build this, so. Going away from North Lakes, which was kind of like my little like safe haven after like everything else, and getting to be here and build it and make such a solid foundation to like leave this and then step into something brand new all over again. Like I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, it's a little, you know, terrifying, but you know, we're doing it, so it's done. So,
Get ready for it, guys. April in Burleigh. No.
I'll just laugh to myself, but don't worry about it.
Hey, I guess someone's got to laugh. I choose me. So we were actually talking about this the other day, and I came back with a bit of a different answer, only because like what scares me for the new year and like the goals that I have is that like Nicole was saying, like you have to have a goal that scares you, and my goals are pretty big and they're out there, but it doesn't actually scare me, because the reason why it doesn't scare me is because like I really don't care if I fail at it, and I feel like the only thing that scares people is that like if you're worried about a certain thing, it's because you're worried about what the alternative is going to be. So like for me, like investing and putting a lot of money on the table, and if it were to go south, just say like I don't care if I were to lose it all, because I'd rather, you know, like all I care about is like just full commitment and just going after it, and if something were to happen, and then at least I know that I gave everything for it. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. And the thing that scares me as a whole is getting older and then just regretting not fucking going after it. You know. 26. Yeah.
Cute.
And what scares me is
A boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, that would. The club stuff is, I guess, like, you know, investing side, that's all new, but it's not so much scary. I think the personal branding of the Girl Who Dared to Dream is actually more scary, like reaching out to other people, doing something I've not done before.
You're a target.
Yeah, networking. I want to do some really, like, risky marketing, like, say some, like, stuff about uni education.
PT industry.
And the PT industry, like
The
this
haters.
brand.
Yeah.
That stepping
I have
out.
a lot of haters I'll tag.
Oh, please.
I'll tag them.
They rip on me and PLC. So
Yeah.
they can have another tag.
Thanks.
So,
And,
I feel like you should be used to that after the last couple.
yeah, I've had a few. And I've been a bit quiet though recently. I haven't done anything outside the comfort zone. So putting yourself out there on social media and really going after networking with like high quality people that, you know, inspire me and that I've looked up to now and want them have them on my podcast is where I'm going to work to in 2019. So that's going to be what's actually scaring me, is like that risk of like, what if someone says that? I guess it's like that biggest fear of like, you're not good enough. So what if like it's that fear of like, if someone said something about something I believe, what will that mean? So that's something I'm working on as well, like personally, like overcoming that. Yeah.
Love it.
The best way to overcome it is to step straight into it and have someone tear you down and build yourself back up. So yeah.
I love it.
Alright, thank you so much guys for being amazing, and we should give it up ourselves.